It's early in the morning and I'm up. Well, I just got up, to be honest. But anyway, I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind for a couple days. Um, yeah, I might just have to edit this part out. But anyway, um, this pause. Why do I pause when I want to say something? I know a lot of people think that when I pause, I don't know what they think. I can't even assume. But from what others have told me, when I do pause, they think I stopped or something, or whatever it is. But the reason why I do it is because I try to think of the words I'm going to use before, or like think of what I'm gonna say, my thoughts, obviously. Um, Sometimes what we do is like we speak without thinking, and then later on we regret what we said. Or sometimes we don't regret it, but then our words may cause things to happen because we didn't think about what we said. But we also know that words are powerful, right? And we know as human beings or beings that what we say is powerful and it holds power. Like our words itself holds power within it, right? So, remember when you probably learned this as a kid, maybe not, but remember when they used to say that if you don't have nothing nice to say, then don't say it at all. I never fully understood that until recently, like really like recent. And um and when I say fully understand it, like I mean fully, because sometimes we say things and we may understand the concept of what they meant by it, but we don't get it internally, you know. So I can say that I fully get it now because there's no because, just I fully understand. I mean, there is a because, but there is a cause. There's always a cause, but that's not important at the moment. But so when they say if you have nothing nice to say, do not say it at all. Do you ever wonder why they tell you not to say it? Like, have you ever questioned? Are you the person that questions things? And if you are, then you probably have questioned that with me. But why do you think they say if you have nothing nice to say, then don't say it? To me, like I said, I get it now, and okay, so basically, words hold power, right? Words itself hold, um, yeah, words itself holds power, right? So, for example, right, when you tell somebody that they're beautiful or they're handsome or they're smart, it makes them feel good, right? It boosts their confidence, right? Your words boost their confidence. So think about if you say something that's negative and what it does to somebody. But now, so we'll say like, okay, so I'm trying to I'm trying to break down what I'm explaining a little bit more into further details, because it goes further than that, because we're talking on a regular, like, on this realm, right, of what we can see, right? We see that if we say something positive to somebody, right, it could be somebody walking down the street, right, and they could look like they're not having a good day. You pass by them and they're walking, and you say, wow, I love those shoes you're wearing. Wow, thank you. You know, like they instantly smile. So you can see what it does to them, right? Now, again, do it with the opposite. Um, and, just say something mean. I'm like trying to think of something mean to say, but anyway, and they'll do the same thing. Now, what some people might say, well, what if you don't, it's not said in front of you, right? However, words hold a frequency of its own, right? So whatever you put into the air, right? Whatever you say and whatever comes out of your mouth, it's a frequency, right? It's gonna hit something, it's gonna land somewhere, right? Everything needs to fall, right? Land somewhere, right? So think about it. Think about positive and negative, right? We have both positive and negative. So everything that comes out of my mouth, if it has power, like let's pretend for a second that we know, let's pretend that we consciously are aware of the fact that our words hold power, right? So if that's the case, that means everything that comes out of my mouth has power, like, meaning that if I say, appear lighter, it appears, you understand, like, whatever it is. But so now, if that's the case, and we have to be cautious with what we say because it holds power within every word, right? And it has to land somewhere, right? Then, okay, so now let me back up a little bit more. So back to positive and negative. So every time you say something, it's going to be something, it's going to either be positive or negative, right? So, for example, like if I say, you're beautiful, you are worthy, you are smart, you are resilient, you are strong, you are brave, right? That's all going into the positive, right? I'm feeding you or whoever is receiving the message, right? It's gonna it's coming from a positive place, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's positive. Now let's look at it in the flip side. If I say you're a loser, you're scum, uh you're worthless, um let's not continue, but you get my point, right? that goes that's negative, right? So that's gonna go there, right? So now these things that I'm talking about, like, basically these are frequencies, right? These are energies, these are vibes, these are negative comments, positive comments, right? So whatever this is, right? There's no middle, right? There's no words I can say that's gonna fall right in the middle and just, oh, I don't know if it's good or bad. Because there's constructive criticism and then there's destructive criticism, right? but there's nothing in the middle. There's nothing that falls right in the middle, like, okay, well, it's a null and void. No, it lands somewhere. Everything you speak lands somewhere, right? So, and that's and that's whether you're consciously aware of it or not, right? Because remember about the conscious and the subconscious, right? So whether you do this, that you're aware of it or not, if you speak, this happens, period, point blank. Is my point. That's my point. That's gonna happen no matter what. Your words go somewhere, right? Whether it feeds positivity or negativity, it goes somewhere. So now back to the point that I was trying to make when I was saying that your words are powerful, and if you have nothing nice to say, do not say it at all. Now, if this is energy, like I was saying, and sorry, but if what we say and what we speak into the what we say out of our mouth, right, goes and has to land somewhere, you want to make sure that where you land your words, they're going into the right direction, right? Now, okay, so I say going to the right direction, meaning like they're positive, they're feeding whoever it is that he needs to hear it. Now let's use an example, like, because when I was saying earlier, like, you're beautiful, you're this, you're that, right? All these good, positive things. Now, if it was on the flip side and I was saying you're ugly and you're this and you're that, right? Some people may say, well, they won't say it in front of my face, or whatever it is, right? Some people do not have the courage to, whatever, that's not even the point. But anyway, so, okay, now I lost my thought. Sorry. But basically, when you feed and when you say negative things, you're feeding the negative side to this positive and negative energy, right? So even if you do not say it to the person directly, your words are still being put out there into the world, right? So it still has to land somewhere. So now let's say, like I said, you're in the privacy of your own home and you're talking about somebody to somebody else. And so the person that you're talking about does not hear or see what you're saying. That does not matter. You understand that? That's my point that I'm trying to make. That part does not matter. If you say anything out of your mouth, out of your being, it's still being put out there into the universe. So your negativity is actually still being placed within the universe and within our realm that we live in, right? So that is like the real meaning of when they say, if you have nothing nice to say, do not say it at all. Because even if the person, or if you don't have, let's be honest, if you don't have the courage to tell someone,